Hey everybody. All right, checking it up now. All right, let's see. Were we live? Hey everybody.
Oh, you can't. We're live.
Hey everybody. Long time no see. Skyhawk JD here, and welcome to part 11 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Sorry for you guys who, if you guys didn't see the posts I made on Facebook and on Twitter, I actually went out of state for the week, so that's why I had to, I had to take a long hiatus from Phoenix Wright. But I'm here now, and we're gonna have a good time. So I'm not gonna do any voice. I might not do as much voice acting because I'm a little bit tired today. Okay, just right when you come back from vacation, you gotta go right back to work. So, all right, let's do this thing. I'm excited. Let's have some fun. All right, loading. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. This is the last part. I know that for a fact. Oh, I'm excited. Rise from the Ashes, Episode 5. Alright, so, if I remember correctly from the last game, we had about, there was a very long investigation. So we decided to go ahead and just do one whole day with the investigation. So we're gonna continue on. We're gonna go straight to court. So for you guys watching, we might actually be here for a while because I don't remember anything from last time. So this is gonna be challenging. Also, in regards to the Wisconsin trip, if you look at the description below, you'll find a link to the video. And it'll show like me with my girlfriend. If you're watching, I love you, baby girl. With Jennifer, about her graduation and everything. Awesome. So yeah, check it out and let's go to court. Yep, there goes my tweet. We got one person watching. Thank you for watching. And there's probably a bunch of people who are not watching, who don't have YouTube accounts. If you are watching, you don't have an account, well, thank you for watching and enjoy it. And also, for you people watching, I do have a Discord server. If you're interested in joining, it's basically dedicated to the people who have survived the Miiverse apocalypse. It's very edgy, I know. Basically, in the normal man's words, it is a server dedicated to people who used to be on Miiverse, and right now it's growing. It is growing pretty good, and yeah, so this is gonna be fun. So if you're interested in joining it's called the Legion. If you're interested in joining the Legion, send me a tweet, or I'm also on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Send a message there, and if I remember you, or if you are a Miiverse user, I will gladly accept you. And you can meet everybody there. There's a wide variety of people. But anyway, enough of me talking. Let's go ahead and have some fun. All right. February 23rd, 9:34 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there's still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter the outcome. no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. Okay, let's go ahead and pause right here. Oh, hello, Jen. There's an issue I'm having with this woman. We don't know if she's guilty or innocent. Even though she confessed, she did confess, something's not right. Something's definitely not right. There's something fishy. Why do I get the feeling she's being forced? Whatever. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? The defense attorney should never believe their client. Then that's what a defense attorney's supposed to do. Am I right? Like, I remember, like, well, I used to watch a lot of cop shows. That isn't like the defense attorney supposed to be believing their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there's one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. Burn. Oh, I should slap you. I believe it's almost time. Oh, man. I just pissed her off, didn't I? How am I coming in, guys? How am I coming in? I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm a little bit nervous. My first time without a Fae helping me. No one's going to bail me out this time. I'm a little nervous, guys. I'm a little nervous. Because I don't remember the investigation. I might have to watch the whole live stream myself. I'll be alone in there. Oh, stop it! So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Yeah, time for you to grow up. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. Honey, take the glasses off. February 23rd, 10 a.m. District Court room number... Is February 23rd Valentine's Day? No, I don't think so. Anyway. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Scott. How old are you, dude? I never thought of that. How old are you? I just noticed it said part 10, but this is not part 10. This is part 11. I'll change that after the live stream. All right. Court is now yada yada yada. All that crap. Yeah, we're gonna skip this. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up, Edgeworth. Edgeworth. You're very edgy, Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. Wow, that's a lot of money. Oh, hey, Austin! It's a court game. It's very interesting, so stay and watch. It's a lot of fun. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. Okay, I would love to give this guy a British accent. I cannot do a British accent. I could do Russian, I could do Italian. Well, I cannot really do Italian. I tried with Italian. So, yeah. Giuseppe! I forgot the provolone! I can't do Italian. Anyway, but I cannot do a British accent with this guy, so whatever. The judgment is to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye has committed an unpardonable crime. Well, duh. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow. It's much more forceful in person. That's what she said! No, not a flamboyant accent, Austin. I did that in the other episodes. You should watch him, you'll see which one. He's much more forceful in person. Oh, that's dirty. I'm dirty. Anyway. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. Oh, wow, that makes it even worse. However, she will now pay for her rashness with... Wait, what? Wait, is this the death penalty? There was a witness to her crime. Wait, so if she's found guilty, she gets the death sentence. Well, this is more serious than I thought. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls his first witness, Miss Angel Starr. Oh gosh, I remember her. She's the one that looks like a high-class escort. The cough-up queen? Yeah, cough up. Cough up. Think about it. Hmm? Haven't I seen you somewhere? Yes, you've seen her walking on the street. Hey, it's gonna be $20 an hour, but $50 if you want it weird. You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down. Ah, and for you, I have a Fiesta Bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? Sorry, Jen. Ah, and you, sir. Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? Honey, answer the guy's question. So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I never tried caviar. Frankly, I don't even think I know what caviar is. It's some kind of food. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? I'm thinking the same thing, Phoenix. Name, profession, now! Me? The name is Angel Starr. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Honey, I think you're running more than Lunchland at night. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Oh, dude! Hurry it up! Very well. Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. Yeah. Honey. We know. I mean, that one top you're wearing, the black one top, that's proof enough that you're a professional. Dude, I just explained it to you. She's a prostitute. Until 2 years ago, Ms. Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. Yeah, the real police or the police officer in a certain style video? And by video, I mean porn. I'm sorry. Anyway. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Starr was a detective? Aha! I know who you are! Cough up! Yes! Yes! Now you remember. I'm guessing he saw her videos. Cough up. Yes, Kaffa. You know, that's her porn name. Kaffa Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. This is getting so inappropriate. Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Star. Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. Dude, honey, I think everybody's eyes are on you. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into two blocks. A block, or Block A, is for the prosecutor's office personnel. Block B is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the two blocks. I suppose that is to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor spaces, yes? The crime took place by a car in the back of Block A, in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Oh, why, it was me, Your Honor. Parking lot floor plans added to the court records. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. Wait, what? Anyway, it seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright, I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Honey, I think he's sweating because he's staring at something else. It's pretty obvious. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Star. Wait, are you talking about me? Witness test, okay, this is going to be hard. Because I don't remember anything from the last episode because it's been a week. Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely owned detective intuition at work. Ooh. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garnished car. Wait a minute. If I remember from the last live stream correctly, didn't she... Wasn't she in the same block as the person before? I mean, as the person who got killed? The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Hold up, something's not right. I'm already smelling something fishy. Then she thrusted the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. Oh, how touching. Ugh. As you can see, there's no room for doubt. You guys enjoying this? Can you guys hear me good? Put in the comments. Can you guys hear me good? Just want to make sure. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than... point of the knife, which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. So, how does it feel to be utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. Dude, stop thinking. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Cross-examination. The witness's account. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. That's nothing we should press. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. Nothing we should press. When I said... okay, let's press that. You sensed something. So you're saying you had a... premonition? Premonition! So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? It felt like, how would you say? Oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. Oh yeah, yeah, it's true. Cause you open up a pumpkin, it's pretty gruesome inside. Like that's something I don't want to see. It's pretty gruesome. I have no idea what that means. Well, like I just said, when you open up a pumpkin, you see the seeds in there. It makes you like get that ugh feeling. Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim? I told you that guy looks like me. Wasn't the victim Mr. Mr. Bruce Goodman a detective? Yes. Well, he was like a young cheese. Wow. Rude. Young cheese? A pale white cheese. Not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn. Then I must be as hard... What? What? Then I must be hard, yellowed, and sharp as a tack. The way I'm describing this woman, all of a sudden you're hearing, just seeing that. Oh, man. I'm gonna get in so much trouble. Yeah, with the order of an old cheese. Yeah, with an order of an old cheese to match. In any case, there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garnished car. Hold up a second. Chain fence. The car's right there. But the security room is right there. She said her boyfriend was a security guard. Wait a minute. Hold up. Oh, okay, I was wrong. I'm noticing because the music keeps playing and the thing in the top right stays there, so yeah, I messed that up. Okay, hold up. Okay, so that was my mistake. Okay, continuing. By Garnish Car... Garish! I was gonna say Garnish. Garish Car, you mean? Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes. Mr. Edgeworth's? Incidentally, the knife... the knife with... excuse me. Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed with was also Mr. Edgeworth's. I don't know why Edgeworth needs to have everything in his color. And that's a combat knife. Wasn't it? Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you're sure was a defendant. I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. We're dealing with Edgeworth here. It needs something more substantial than that. Can you tell us what the suspect was doing when you saw her? The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Alright, hold up. But there's no fingerprints! Hold up a second. Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth? Is it your knife after all? Or, ahem. Yes, that's about right. Prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg from my egg salad surprise set. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person. Perhaps a chicken salad would have been a better metaphor. So the defendant was holding a knife. What then? Then she thrusted the pointed tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. You said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, stop with the science talk. Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panic next to me makes it calmer. Don't smile like that! Okay. Let's think about this. I'm gonna press something because, right here. Because right here, if you look, there's no fingerprint, so we're gonna press it. Okay, I'm wrong again! Okay, this is difficult. Damn it. Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? Defense is a point. Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yeah. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see. Okay, we already got that part. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic... I don't know how to pronounce that word, so we're just going to say basic abhorrence of the crime. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off. She was fired. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I'm a pro, and you know, my testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. This boyfriend, he's the detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard. Oh yeah, I forgot. She has two. That boyfriend, you have several? Yeah, this boyfriend and that boyfriend and the other boyfriend. Sounds a lot like somebody we know, right, Jen? Care to join? Whoa! Okay, no. Sorry, Angel. I'm already taken, and one's enough for me. The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. No, I don't want to be your boyfriend. I really don't. I'll stick with the lunch. Thanks. Note to self, the judge had to think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot. Oh! There we go! The security guard room is in block A. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there. That would be the room with the security side. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in the B block. So, oh, she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finally on detective intuition at work. Hold up a second. There's something I gotta see here. Miles Edgeworth, 1712. This is dated on the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held up at a couple extra red lights, he wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. Perhaps. Just goes to show you, you never know what'll happen when you run a yellow light. There's something I'm not getting. Something I'm not getting. Oh hey, Carlton. It's been a long time. Okay, double checking. There were no fingerprints of the crime. This must be the victim's blood, right? Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway? Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it up in the wild. Edgeworth? In the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely. I hope you pass your test, Carlton. You kidding? I've always pictured him as an outdoorsman. Now there's a scary thought. Alright, we're gonna press her a little bit more. Okay, we already read this. I'm having issues here. Okay, so that's the car. Yeah, okay, so we gotta think here. You gotta press her this one more time. I'm pressing the witness, but there's something. There's something not right. How did you know? Okay, we're gonna look at this one more time. Shut up! Let's get to the point. Because I'm really confused here, people. This is difficult. He's a security guard. Wait a second. I'm gonna try one more time with this. Damn, okay, I failed it. Okay, 2 more times I get a guilty verdict. This is difficult. Ugh. Yeah, I'm definitely on the wrong track. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. I can go back. It's easier to do this. Oh, my fault. Okay, we're gonna press her with this one more time. This boyfriend, he's a detective? Yeah, I forgot. Not that boyfriend, or 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 that one, or that one. I already read all this. Okay. Care to join? You okay? We already know you're a whore. Prostitute. I lost 2 people because I got stuck. Yeah, I kind of expected that. Okay. I'm just thinking hard here, people. The security guard room is in the lot in Block A. It's up on the 2nd level, so you can see everything from there. Right. Okay. That would be the room with the security sign. Okay, we're gonna look right here, right here. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna pretend more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches. Wait a minute! Wait a minute. Anybody else catch that? Did anybody else catch that? Hold up a second. Okay, hold up. Hold up. Okay, we're gonna do this one more time. I think I'm getting it. Skip all this. I think I got it. Okay, I'm gonna press her. Good luck, Kyleton. Okay. Skip all this crap. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. My fault. Skip all that crap. Okay. She was in Block B when she, Hold up a second. By garish, you mean Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes. Mr. Edgeworth, yada yada yada. I am certain it was her. Witness, in your... Wait a minute. Oh, this is new. Hold up. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. Oh! You are Oh, now I see what I had to do. You had to press her, and that's why it was taking so long. Sorry about that. It was taking long. It's because you have to press her at certain moments, and then she'll come out with it. You are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter. Crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. Dang, she's crazy. That was inspiring. I believe I heard the taglines elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism. I may be relegant to the lowly post of a lunch lady, but my answers are home. Oh crap! A photograph? You took this? The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snapped. I took a picture. Oh man, we're screwed. In fact, one of my lunch boxes is rigged to the camera. I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness! Why am I only seeing this photograph just now? You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. Ugh. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs. Well, this is most certainly the defendant. Crime photo added to the court record. Uh-oh. That is unmistakably Lana Sky. So what was the defendant doing at the time? Let me have a good look at that photo. Why is she the one covered in blood? Oh, yeah. You stab and it squirts out. Wait a minute. The picture, there's no knife. There's no knife in this picture. And you witnessed this. Oh! There was no knife in the picture! 2 people watching. Oh, we lost a lot of people again. It doesn't matter. You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife. As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch. Ooh, salmon. I'll have some of that. I'm sure that's a fine lunch. But, isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your ever-feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? But it's a black and white photograph. Ah, yeah, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. Thank you, baby. And for you people watching ahead of the live stream, she said she'll make me salmon, shrimp, and a side of crab legs. Because I started getting into seafood. No problem except you. Mr. Wright! You didn't just sit there and take that kind of abuse? Ugh. Is that a better idea? Yeah, press it. Wait. That contradicts with what this said in her testimony. I'm totally winging it. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it. If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold calculating, like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in the photograph. Well, Are those gloves? Surgical gloves made from thin rubber. Most likely. Why would she have those on? Uh, if it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. Wow! Those gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder. A very serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. The murder was planned. Rubber gloves prove it. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves? Like driving gloves. Which is true. Like, there's gloves for golfing. Yeah, it works if you think about it. But we'll see. We'll see. The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. Wait, I didn't get any of that? They were rubber gloves, the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. The only possible conclusion anyone can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. Ugh! Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr. This is bad. She's got them thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, then the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show that it wasn't premeditated. It's only a flesh wound. We can... Okay, you said that! Honey, you're not helping me. Think, JD, think. Let's see the evidence. It wasn't premeditated. How am I going to prove that? Let me try this. Oh! If it was premeditated, she would have brought a weapon! Oh! Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell boxed lunches for a living, you know. And I take care of German Shepherds for a living. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. What's with this case? The bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there? The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? Mommy, are prosecutors bad people? Wait a minute, who would bring their child to a courtroom? The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. Those gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon! Ugh. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon! Oh! Order, order, order! Great. Now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright! My sister's as good as free! Oh, crap. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah. Prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecutor needs to prove. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now? But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing... I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you! How dare you! My angel is the best, and he deserves all of your property. Sorry, I've been watching too much r/Entitled Parents. My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now. Alright. Lana Skye intended to murder the detective. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the not... Wait a minute, what? Wait a second. Oh, I already caught it. Man, honey, you're bad. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it? So if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? That's good. That's good. In any case, the defense may cross-examine the witness. Guys, we're not even going to press it. I already saw what it was. Right there. You say that she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise. Ew! I'm afraid that moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Mr. Star. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due from a loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha! You're right! Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. What a hunk! He's my hero, really. What about my objection? No one noticed? Well, witness? You got the crime scene set, right? Oh, thanks. I've always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize such mistakes are possible. So... You're saying you mistook something for blood. When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breasts. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Wait a minute. Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify! Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how gassy this... Wait, what's a muffler? What's a muffler? For you people watching, what's a muffler? What's a muffler? What is a muffler? Oh, it's a scarf. Okay. Got it. Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you proved it yourself with this photograph. Hi, Lacey. Thanks for watching. Huh? But that can't be! Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection? Chopped liver? But it was there! A scarf! No, not that, but something red! Really? Honey, you're sweating. Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude. But back to business. What? Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights, and arrested her on the spot. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Chief Prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Starr, resistance is futile. Wait a minute, but you're not an officer. You're a lunch lady. Do you still have a badge? Well, there is citizen's arrest, but still. You are quite determined about this scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Starr. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks, no thanks. Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. The Chief Prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. Oh, sweet, I got a new subscriber. Thank you, Lacey. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Wow. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, once again. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. Alright. We already read the testimony. Let's go ahead and see this. I quickly caught her, explained to her. Yeah, I got to press. You're not a cop. Why are you giving her rights? You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her for more. Yeah, let's press her. I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The lunchland car was... Okay, so she was a visitor. Thus, she was parked in Block B. So you witnessed the murder from here? That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes? Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Amazing! The Cuffle Queen lunch lady athlete indeed. It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. She couldn't have gone over that sister. She couldn't have gone to my sister that fast. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. How did Miss Sky not get away? Ah, yes. When I arrested her, let's do the muffler again. I love you more, Jen. She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say? If I remember it exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard was her say the word muffler. Just that one word? So what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else. Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean... By phone, do you mean this cell phone? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory is like a salmon heading upstream, you see. No, the court does not see you, Miss Starr. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right! Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently, it was out of order. And so she used her cell phone. Indeed, the emergency cell phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should, of course, add this to your testimony. Things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. Hold up, pressing that too. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Aha! I was going to ask the same thing. I only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and also ran behind the partition. She then picked up the emergency cell phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her own... Oh, hey, Miguel, and... Wait a second! Guys, do you see what I see? She's saying that she pulled her phone out of her pocket, but look clearly at the floor plans. The killer is standing behind the wall. How did this woman see that? How did she know what she was doing? How did she know that? And during that time, you climbed over the chain link fence? Whoa. Take a picture of that. That looks cool. Then, when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this. What is it, Mr. Wright? Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You know, hold up. You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed a crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in Block B, you couldn't have seen it. We got her. Order! Order! What is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies. Urgh. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about where she saw it. Miss Sky tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it. Pointless to lie. I see. But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using this emergency phone. It would mean Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we heard so far points in that one direction. Oh crap, okay, I'm gonna think here. I'm gonna wing it. This is the only place... Oh, I got it right! This is the only place where she could have been. The security room? Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't have been in the A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr, how many years have I been getting the better of men? Honey, I think of you being a streetwalker, you might have been, might have been a lot. To think that the tables could be turned. Today a man has gotten the better of Angel Starr. Was she confessing? Order! Order! Witness! What have you done? You should be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. Guilty. She's talking about Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? Doesn't make any sense. Huh? She could have just said that she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change a thing. Exactly. This photograph tells all. This photograph, it was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright! Let's review what we know. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and she said she saw it from the B block. Must make a vital difference, but what? What would change? Guys, what do you think will change? Maybe it's the distance to the crime? Let's try distance to the crime. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. Wright. But one look at the floor plans is quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed this crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Skye? Well, witness? Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? Ew, squid wheels. Inkling. How many inklings did you kill? The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PBJ lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. God, I love peanut butter and jelly. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew it, before I knew what I was doing, I found myself towards the crime scene. But the door was locked. Couldn't open it. That's a long run. That's why I had to go through the visitors' parking lot in the B block. That's quite a detour. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. 5 minutes? This changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork. You have a point. And a spork is a wonderful invention. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely! Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something! Do I have any evidence to stop this? Raise an objection! 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest? Think about it. You could have made pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente. I don't know what that means. I've got lunch boxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie. A 5-minute blank? Isn't that strange? Strange. If you were a criminal, what would you do with your 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different. Miss Skye dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright! That was too close. I'm afraid that the Cough of Queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned. Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's what you're trying to foist off on me! I prefer to not take the defense's team leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. What was that? This is another one of her trick lunchboxes. My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Woohoo! A triple-decker! Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. What is she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time? I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found in the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. This shoe proves it. It's flawless decisive evidence! What? There was blood found in the shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. Wow. She really is a slut. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? Seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of forensic department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh! Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. You could at least study some evidence law, really. The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another court against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. White enameled shoe bears traces of Goodman and Lana Skye. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Where did you find that shoe? And you found this shoe at the scene of the crime? I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with the shoe. I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe was my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunch boxes, gentlemen. I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next. Hold up, there's something under press here. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight. You ordered the peppered fish guts? Ew! Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. You know what? After this, I'm gonna have chicken and macaroni and cheese. Getting kind of hungry with all this ladies' food popping out of nowhere. Mr. Wright, do you or do you not have some problem with this shoe? A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? Yeah, I think there's a problem. If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction, which I don't know nothing about, so let me look at the shoe real quick. Whoa! Okay. There's blood on here too. On the sole of the shoe. It's gotta be the victim's. He must have stepped in his own puddle. He must have stepped into a puddle of his own blood. All this blood is so horrible. Wait, this isn't Lana's shoe? That gleam in your eyes, you're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now, but you couldn't take the heat, could you? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is a contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us a problem with this evidence. I wonder if you noticed, there's blood on the bottom of his shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Okay, you don't threaten people in court. Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about the blood on the bottom of his shoe? Huh. That's a good question. She's wearing black shoes! The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why aren't there any bloody footprints found at the scene of the crime? Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there couldn't have been bloody footprints. Then where were they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order! 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 Well, witness? What? Huh? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask, why wasn't there a footprint? That's true! There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright, think! Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There's one vital hint to the truth of her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hand aside and kicked an oil drum. Oh, crap. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr. I know where he's going for. I thought it was strange. I thought... I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that! I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness! Well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? Wait a minute. No, it wasn't. Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Ah, you don't mean... Yep, the suspect knocked it over the oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would be evidence against her. Ugh! That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoe tie clearly to this murder. Then after the deed was done, she knocked over an oil drum and erased the telltale signs. That's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. It reminds me, this guy's right hand was hurt. Did she say she cut herself when she stabbed him? So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe. Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please! What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime, and she tried to conceal it. But... Enough! There is no need to further debate. The verdict, Your Honor? Very well. The Angel Star's on the prosecution side! She could have been lying about the water! This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. Huh? Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? But me? Did you just say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying that my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you had your fill. Here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence. What? Don't tell me you have something else. How much evidence is this girl hiding? Time for deliberations is past. Any further comments, you'll be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the Coffin Queen. Look at this! Holy crap. A photograph? I just had it in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. I see no room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait! Look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia. Right? Wet or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Ugh! Get yourself off the asphalt and take another good look. Okay, take a good look. I don't have the picture. Never mind. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence. Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for the good. I knew it. Your Honor, wait. What is with you people? Can I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. Then it'll be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we get each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, Wright, are you saying that there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah! I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I got to go ahead with this. I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph. Crap. I don't know what it is. Huh? What's that? The problem is in this photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Which is a moment, Mr. Edgeworth, Your Honor. You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph. A muffler is also part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of an exhaust system, a pipe. Oh, I see, and I see. What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler? So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? Well, what does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you already told us why this case is important to us. You said as much yourself in your testimony. What? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us what you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is and what's related to this case. I gotta think here. Oh! Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler. Ugh! Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually the exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Ugh! Well, seems we have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any questions unanswered, we will do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Phew. That was close. But made it, at least for now. The court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all. You still hungry? Well, that was a crazy episode, guys. Looks like there's a lot of stuff we gotta find out. I'm starting to think that this confession that the prosecutor made was a farce. We'll find out in the next episode. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. We'll get more people here. And thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you guys on part 12 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I'll see you there, guys. Have a good night.